So Bluebird came out August 22nd, and it's a song that came about at the end of high school. And it was really all about embracing yourself and letting yourself fly. I was facing a lot of things at the time, like where was I going to go to college? How was I going to finish school? Just thinking about what the next chapter was. And I realized that I had to fly free and embrace myself and embrace that feeling of freedom. So Bluebird is all about feeling good. I am releasing a full album and it's coming out in 2020. So I'm very excited to share that. It's definitely been a creative process. I've been working on this project since the end of high school. So it's definitely challenged different styles of mine, and it's really been a meditation for me. My songwriting process really depends, actually. It depends on how I'm feeling, what genre I'm working with, or like what sound I'm working with. Typically, I start with the music and I just let the music flow, and then the words kind of come in pieces. Like I just kind of write and channel whatever comes to mind, and it just kind of comes together like that. Sometimes I'll like put together a poem and then I'll try to put music to my poem, so that's like another process I've been working with. But when I just kind of get inspiration and it comes through, I just sit down at the piano or I sit with my guitar and I just piece together what feels right and what flows. So it's a very kind of like ethereal process. I never really had a realization that music was my calling. It just was always kind of a language in my life and in my home. I used to tinker with my grandmother's old piano, and I don't know, music was just like always a presence in my life. It always made sense to me. I remember like playing with my mom's old Takamine acoustic, and it was just always there. And I knew that I would always tap into it. I think sound is like such an incredible medium, and it's so like transcendent in so many ways. And I always knew that I would be able to like communicate with it. Yeah, so like I said, sound was a language in our house. It's something that I've always been able to connect with my family on. It's something that we all speak, we share. Both of my grandmothers were actually pianists, which inspired me a lot. I've always like really felt connected to the piano. I think it's so elegant and beautiful. And my grandfather was like a bongo player as well. And then my other grandfather was like an acoustic player. My brother's a drummer. My parents are musicians. So it's just always been something that's a calling for all of us. And it's just so natural. And yeah, it's definitely a way for us to understand each other. I honestly listen to everything. Spotify is like my web of sound. It's from anything from like lo-fi to like house, electronic, beats, hip hop, R&B. Reggae is a really, really big influence for me. Rock and roll, blues, jazz, avant-garde music, like experimental stuff. I really try to go everywhere and get all kinds of sounds. I like Indian classical music a lot, like raga music. I love Japanese music, pop music. I love everything. I love being diverse. If I had to name just one, it would be John Lennon, forever. Um, it's funny because I actually got into John Lennon's discography and his story before I ever got into the Beatles or knew many Beatles songs at all. So his perspective kind of opened my world, not only in terms of music, but in terms of understanding peace. And his music was all about togetherness and love and unity and community. And those are all things that I embrace and I believe in my music too. So his music and his story I always really connected with. I see myself doing all sorts of experimental projects. I would love to do a jazz project. I would love to collaborate with other artists. I would love to like do another straight up like rock and roll album. I definitely see myself playing with things like I love instruments from around the world, so I'd love to do an album like combining a lot of those, like sitar and just instruments that I love, kind of all put together playing with those sounds. So I'd love to get more experimental and really have fun with it and play live and connect with people. It means the world to me when people can connect with my music and my messages. It's for you, it's for me, it's for everybody. So I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for tuning in and connecting with me. Make sure to follow my social media. My Instagram is Emily A. Dosal, and my Twitter is EmilyADXX. So follow me on this journey, and we'll go on it together.